Hi everyone. So today we're going to be talking about 10-1 use models to add decimals. Feel free to pause, go back, look again, take your time looking through this lesson and working through this together with me. This is new to me, so we're going to try out this way of learning math and we'll kind of go from there. So today we're going to be talking about 10-1. You should be turned to page 220 in your math textbook. And the objective for today is I can use base 10 models to add decimals. So here we go. We're going to get started. So when we look at this here, let's see here. Let me get my pen ready. This would be considered one whole. So if I had 100 cents, that would be what? One whole dollar. Looking at this, we have 1/10. Okay, so I have 10 total out of one whole. So if I look at this right here, we have 10 of these in order to get 1/10. I'm going to back up here. All right. And the Khan Academy video that I have linked also explains this pretty well. Okay, so this would be like 1 out of 10. So this would be 10 total there. And then we have the little eraser there. And then we have 100. So we have 1 out of 100. So if I color coded this, I could do this. I have 1 green. This would be like 1 out of 100. And if I have this in red, this would be like 10 out of 100 or 1/10 if we simplified it. Okay, so as I go through here and look at this, we're going to add 1 26/100ths plus 95/100ths, and we're going to use models to help us determine this. And this is the example on the top of page 220. Okay, and we're going to use, so if we have this here, so if we have 1 26/100ths, okay, it would be like if I have $1.26, so I have 1 whole, and I'm going to represent this right here as the same as this, except I'm not going to draw 100 boxes because we would be here for a really long time. Okay, so I'm going to represent 1 whole, and then it would be, how many tenths do we have? We have 2 tenths, and instead of drawing 10 individual boxes, I'm going to draw them like that, like a line. Okay, and then 1/100th I'm just going to draw as a dot. So we have 2/100ths, and then how many? 2 tenths and 6/100ths. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this right here represents 1 and 2 and then 26/100ths. And if I were to draw this out, this would be 26 total boxes. All right. And then let's continue on here. We are going to be adding 95/100ths. Okay, so how many tenths do we have? We have 9. 1, 2. I'm going to move this. Let's see here if it'll let me. Give myself some more space here. And if you need this, definitely go back. Okay, so we have 9,500, so we have 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have 5/100ths. Or another way to think about it is we have 95 cents. I like to compare this to money a lot. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to add them together. Okay, so first off, we already have 1 whole. So I'm going to take that away. All right, and then we're going to combine stuff right here. So we're going to combine. So if we want to get 1 whole, how many total sticks do we need here? So these are the tenths. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this would be a total. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that would equal 1 whole again, because if I add 100 cents, that would be $1. So each of these are representing 10 cents. Okay, so I'm going to cancel those out. Okay, what do I have left? So it looks like right here I have 6, and then I have 5 right here. So we'll move this guy down here, and I'll do this again, so don't worry. Okay, so I cancel this out here. It's here. Where's my little eraser? Okay, and then I have how many of these? So we have 6, and then how many more can we make to make one whole thing here? Okay, add 4 here, so it would be one other stick, and then what's left? 1. So the answer would be 2, and then how many tenths do we have? 1, 2. So we have 2, and then how many hundredths? 1. So the answer would be 2 and 21 hundredths. If you're completely confused, that is 100% fair. We're going to try this again. All right, so essentially what we're doing once again is using models to help us add them together. So when we add, we are regrouping. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another example of this. I'm going to erase this, maybe. All right, here we go. All right, so if we have I'm going to actually do a new screen here. 1 and 2 tenths plus 88 hundredths. All right, so we have 1 whole here, and then we have 2 tenths, so we would do 2 tenths plus 88 cents. So we would not have 1 whole, no, but we do have 8 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we would have 8 hundredths, so it'd be the dots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to combine, just like when we normally add. So we're going to bring this down here. We already have 1 whole. All right, and I'm going to use a different color. And now I'm going to combine. Do we have at least 10 sticks to add another whole? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Okay, so we have another whole. Do we have any 6 left? Nope, no hundredths. No tenths, I believe. So then now we have the leftover amount, which is hundredths, which is there's 8 left over. Or rather, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer would be 2.08 because there's 2 wholes, okay, and then there's 8 hundredths. There wouldn't be any tenths because we don't have any sticks there. All right, let's do another example. So where I just did number 1, I'm going to go ahead and move on to number 2. All right, so number 2, we have 1 and 68 hundredths plus 1 and 77 hundredths. Okay, so, and you'll see in your book, they also have an example that's within that. Okay, so we're going to have 1 whole. How many tenths do we have? So we have 6 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have 8 hundredths plus 1 whole, 7 tenths. And then we have 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, too many. I'll redo that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go through and combine them like we normally would. This is what we're doing when we are adding decimals. So we're going to take these 2 wholes. We'll move them down here. So we have 2 wholes already. I'll use a different color. Okay, and then can we combine? This is the regrouping. Can we combine any tenths? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it looks like we can make another whole. So far we're at 3 whole. All right, can we make any more combine any more tenths? No. So we have 8 here, and then we can take away 2 over here to make another tenth. And then I'll take these down here. 1, 2, 3. And then how many hundredths do we have left? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our answer is going to be 3, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 45 hundredths. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you 2 ways to do the next one. So we're continuing working on the guided practice. You guys are doing awesome. All right, so now we have, it says draw a model to find the sum. So the sum is an answer to an addition problem. So we have 5 tenths plus 14 hundredths. Okay, and as we go through this here, we have 5 tenths, and it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because there's tenths. There's not a whole. Plus 1, 2. Oh, wait, not 2. What am I doing over here? We got to do this. We got to do 1 whole. And then this should be 4 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4. And can we combine any of this? No, we can't combine it to be a whole, but we can combine this to just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, which is equal to 64. Is it 64 whole? Nope, it would be 64 hundredths. Another way to do this, and this is kind of a preview into what we're going to be doing next, is you could line up the decimals like this. So line up the decimals. Oopsie. Okay, and fill in those zeros there, and you could add it like this. So line up decimals and add. So line up decimals first. I'll show you this one more time, and then I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's getting way too long already. All right, so we have 1 and 7/10 plus 5 tenths. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the visual way. So we have 1 whole and 7 tenths. And then we have 7 tenths, or 5 tenths here. Okay, so we have 1 whole here, and I bet we could combine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that would be 1 whole, and then the additional 2 here. So it would be 2 whole and 2 tenths. Another way to do it is line up the decimals. So it would be 5 plus 7, which is 12, carry the 1, and 2.2. So both of them would be accurate ways. So we just did numbers 1 through 4 together in the examples. Go ahead and try numbers 5 and 6. What do you get? All right, thank you.